Good evening, everybody. I'm PA Figs, and tonight we're going to actually go around the yard and get some of these air layers that I've been meaning to get off. I have quite a few of them. Probably end up putting them up on eBay here. Some of them I want to keep. Some of them I'm going to need to get rid of. I have too many trees. It's time to start reducing the herd a little bit. So let's see here. Trees are starting to go dormant. It's a good time. There's no active growth. Good time to take these air layers off. You don't have to worry as much about the root system not being strong enough to support them. Since they're dormant, they don't need an awful lot, and I found the roots will continue to grow a little bit through the winter, so it's a good time. So the first one is a Col de Dame Noir. So, got my pruners. These are ARS spring pruners. Harvey recommended them, I believe, and they're great. Link down below in the description to show you where you can go and buy them, but they work pretty well up to a little over an inch caliber, and then it gets kind of tough with these. But first part of the air layering process, like on this guy here, is to label this thing. So you don't need anything fancy. I normally like to use a paint pen, but since I'm making this quick, I am going to use a Sharpie. And I just want to label this so I know what it is. Don't get them confused. So this is Col de Dame Noir. Alright. Got that guy labeled. Now it is time to make the cut. I should have used a tripod, so I apologize for the shaky video. This is going to be tough to do one-handed. Let's take a look at the roots here. I believe last time I checked this was well developed. Oh yeah. See all the roots formed on here. And you want those white roots to turn into some more of these darker brown roots. That shows they've lignified and it's a strong system. I'm actually going to use both hands so as not to damage this air layer, so I'll be back in a second. Alright, and the first air layer is moved. Happy birthday, youngster. You are now your own tree. So proud of him. But yeah, a nice little Col de Dame Noir. It's about, I don't know, 3 foot or so. That'll make a nice tree. Originally, I had planned on keeping this one. And I really like the Col de Dame Noir. I mean, it just has a beautiful look to it. And yeah, then I did kind of an inventory, and I was like, I have nowhere left to put these. Plus, I have some striped figs that I want to grow a few more out of. So this will be going up here shortly. I'll put an eBay link down below for those that might be interested. Alright, let's go see what else we got here. I know right over here I have a Genovese Nero that has 2 air layers on it. And these are rather large air layers. Let's see. This guy, I don't know if you can see the roots in there. They're well lignified. All spread throughout there. Let's see what about the next one. Oh yeah, nice and well rooted. Very nice. So, I wanted to show you how easily these clippers go through this wood, but I don't know how to do it with the camera in one hand, the pruners in the other, and I'm afraid I'm not going to catch the tree, and last thing I want to do is break these root balls. So stand by and I'll come back once I have these cut. Alright, and here are the 2 new Genovese Nero AF air layers. So these will be put in trees. The leaves, I'll cut all the leaves off of them. Maybe leave 1 or 2 here or there, but you can see the root systems are rather small compared to the trees. You know, they're going dormant here. It shouldn't be a big deal. They don't really need a lot of water uptake, especially once I remove the leaves. Still trying to talk Theresa into letting me keep one of these and just selling the other. It was a good fig this year, so I wouldn't mind 1 more tree of it. But we'll see what happens. Alright, next up is a I-258. I think I put this air layer on kind of recent, so let's see what it looks like here. don't remember when I put it on. I want to say it was August. But we've got nice lignified roots formed, so that will work. Alright, I got that tape, so it's a bit of pain. Let's see if I can cut this one off while you guys watch. These cutters really make it easy, you know. I don't want to go through. Unfortunately, I'm going to try to go through tin foil here. Let's see. It's kind of tough to do one-handed. Alright. Let's see if I can brace this. Ready? Oh, tin foil's blocking my way. Alright. Let's get this tin foil off of here. Oh, there's all sorts of tape under it. Oh, no, is there tape? There's wire. I must have wired this one on. If you guys can see it. Trying to cut through wire, tape, you name it. Alright. Scary part is these sharp little suckers still almost made it all the way through. There we go. These clippers are really nice. I mean, they cut through like butter. Give a nice clean cut and everything. And there we go. There's a real nice I-258 air layer for someone. I'll remove the figs and the leaves. Maybe leave one leaf on just to help identify it. And we're good to go. I'm running out of light. It's unbelievable how early it's getting dark anymore. I am not a fan of the winter. I am not a fan of going to work in the dark and coming home in the dark. And I'm not a fan of not having my fig trees all winter long. But, you know, that's what you get for living in Pennsylvania. So, alright, time to move on to the next one before I run out of light. Alright, time for everybody's favorite, Black Madeira. This originated from KK. And let's see what we got here. I believe one of these was more recent. And one of these was a bit older. Believe it or not, there's actually two here. And let's see. This one... This more recent one, I'm not seeing any roots on. No, not yet. Not seeing any roots at all in this one. Alright. Let's see if I can get to this guy. Oh yeah. See right here, actually, they pull it away a little bit. There might be a little bit of roots holding it on, but this guy here has quite a few roots. Alright, so let me get this guy off. Alright, there we go. Nice little Black Madeira. Plenty of roots to support this little tree. It's a good one. Messed around with that a little bit. Not a single root came out of that one, so I don't know if I had it maybe too loose or not enough rooting hormone, or I did it real late in the season, like September 1st, I think, so might be part of the reason. But that's just barely on there. I'm gonna have to just take that off and then probably make those into cuttings. Alright, let's see what else we got. Alright, next we have a Bordisot Negra Non Rimada. It was supposed to be Rimada, and it wasn't, but it still produced great figs. And you can see, unfortunately, I've been letting the figs go, and the wasps and bugs have been loving them. Fig season's pretty much over here. The figs that are ripening outside are just not sweet, not ripening well. This air layer was the early one I did a video on in the greenhouse, and I think the weight of it caused this branch to grow down. It's a rather big air layer, so I'm definitely going to have to cut the leaves off. Let's see how it did. This has been on here since early spring, so it should be well rooted. Oh yeah, definitely. You can see the roots in here are stacked, ready to be up potted. Let's go ahead and get this one off. Okay. Alright, there we go. Real nice air layer for somebody. Real good variety this year. It wasn't striped like I expected, but it made up for it in the quality of figs that I produced. Excellent, excellent figs. Alright, I have time to do one more today. This is Noir de Barbentane. I have 2 air layers on it. I'm going to remove just the one for now. Let's see. Oh yeah, real nice root structure on it. Real thick branch down here. This is where these pruners start to have a little bit of trouble. You really need a, what are they called? Ratcheting pruner for this type of thick wood. Also helps if I get a good grip, but it's just tough with one hand on the camera. Okay. Another real nice air layer that I'll remove the leaves off of. Alright, here we go. Collection of air layers that I did tonight. Now what I'll do is I'll actually take these, and the ones that have the smaller root balls, I'll put them into a slightly larger pot, like a trade pot I call them. I think they're half gallon or gallon, something like that. That'll at least give the roots the ability to spread out a little bit, and we'll still keep the soil small enough to ship without being, too heavy or too much trouble for the box or the person unboxing. So, yeah, air layers. It's basically an instant tree for your orchard. It's kind of nice. I had plans for all of these. I had, planned on going to some farmers markets. I had planned on extending some of these varieties in my orchard. And by the end of the year, just got too many trees, not enough room. So, time to clear some out. I'm PA Figs. Have a good night.